Hey everybody, it's the Dark Guardsman, and you may be asking, why do I have two Minecraft clients open next to each other? Well, I was sitting around in the mod development Discord last night after cooling down from working all day long on doing homework, which is basically statistics is what I was doing. And somebody was requesting a really simple mod to fix an issue that they were having with night vision, as they had a mod, I believe it was called Ars Magica 2, that continuously added night vision to the player, but because of the short duration, they were getting a flash, like every time it decayed down, and for all of you that have ever used night vision, you'll understand this, is that right as it's getting close to decaying off, it'll start to cycle back and forth and back and forth. Now the reason for the two different clients is here on the right, I've actually fixed the problem. Here on the left, we're in a normal Minecraft environment. Well, not normal because it is modded, but etc, etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate both and let you guys compare the two of them. And let's go ahead and set time set night. And we'll go ahead and drink the one on the left, which is the normal Minecraft. And then we'll go ahead and drink this one. And there'll be a slight delay between the two of them. But you can see that night vision activates and works on both of these. And for the most part, there's really no difference between these two different versions. Now what I went ahead and did in the code, and it was really simple, I applied some ASM and I modified a single method inside of the entity render system which actually handles all the lighting and rendering for pretty much the entire game. Now a few people I was talking to were like, hey, we probably should change, you should probably just override the class or extend the class with your own class, override a single method and then replace the entity render. It'll be easy. You won't have to do anything, but I'm like, yeah, we're going to do ASM. And the main reason I'm doing ASM is to annoy another developer who was telling me to do completely different everything and being a complete asshat about it. And then the second thing is that this is actually a much simpler process and is much better compatible with other mods, as you don't actually have to worry about what if another mod is doing the same exact technique as I am and replacing the class as well, and if that is the case, then it'll completely break down the system. Anyways, these potion effects have a really long duration. How the normal effect works is that once you get under 200 ticks, Minecraft starts to cycle through a sine wave pretty much in order to actually get the potion effect running. And I think I have just enough time to actually show the code. And we'll kind of leave it here so you guys can see both windows and you can start paying attention to the flashing. And the code is pretty simplistic. Literally, this is the code, the ASM. We're clearing out the methods, adding two nodes, and we're pretty good to go. But what we're replacing, is if I can actually find it. Actually, you can't even access it from the system here. So you have to do Control F and get entity brightness. Here we go. So there's actually just two spots that actually call this code. And what you have here is as long as it's above 200, you get a brightness of 1. If it's below, you get a brightness of 0.5 plus a sine wave times a delta of this time and everything else, which gives you that flashing in the end. And let's go ahead and check to see where we're at on the time here. So we got 51 ticks over here, and then over here, we've got, well, if any eye wasn't in the way, I'm going to assume we've got very little on the tick time. What we should start to see is a flashing at some point in time. I believe I can hit O to get rid of it. So we got 29 seconds left. So 200 ticks is about 20 seconds. So as soon as this hits 20, we should start seeing a flashing. At least in theory, we should start seeing a flashing. There we go. I guess I was off by my time. Oh, yeah, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. I did my math completely wrong. So 200 ticks is 10 seconds, not 20 seconds. So yeah, you see that flashing there. And you see over here, no flashing. So the problem is actually fixed, and it's really good. This will be really useful for a lot of mods that actually apply night vision effects continuously. Now, the proper fix for this is any mod that actually adds night vision, they just need to keep in mind that there's that 10-second interval, and to apply night vision in a greater duration than 10 seconds, so over 200 ticks, and then make sure that the night vision level stays over 200 ticks continuously. That will fix the problem for any mod that actually applies night vision automatically. For those mods who didn't do that, this mod will be published here up on Curse eventually. As soon as I get Dmod to fix the build scripts and set up a build job, we'll get it published out the Curse, and it'll be available for download for 1.7.10. I will look at doing newer versions here later after I do ICBM Classic, or if the demand is high enough, I'll go ahead and do newer versions. The ASM code is simple enough that what we're basically effectively doing is replacing the entire method with just 2 instruction calls. We're grabbing a field from a static variable and we're just returning it. This is a very simple call structure because normally this would probably be like 4 or 5 times larger, but it does actually achieve the goal that we are desiring with the system. Of course, we're also clearing out instructions, so any other mod that was injecting code into that method, which the method, for those who weren't paying attention, is right here. So any mod that modifies this method might be incompatible with this. If anybody finds a mod like that, just tell me and I will rewrite this code. It would not be very hard for me to change this to, instead of clearing this out, to find that final return at the bottom and change it out to some different method. We also could do other systems with this, so there is a way to customize this. So instead of actually replacing this segment, we can leave this in by default and go put an if statement above here and go, if this mod is installed, or if this mod is installed, or these conditions are met, like you have like some kind of item on your head that adds night vision, we can go ahead and change out the value. Anyways, that's been it, so I'll see you guys later with another video.